Good morning. So as of today, I wanted to start doing things a little bit differently than I have done. And I was planning on showing you more what happens here in this house as I wake up as a microgreens farmer, what my morning routines are, and how my day kind of functions with my life, family life, having a business at home, making sure that there's groceries done, that there's bread made, and all this other stuff. So I hope this is interesting to you. So now I'm going to show you my little office, which is just here in the kitchen, at the kitchen table. This is where my little office is. So I do my work here, I plant my microgreens, I put in all my timesheets that I have for the microgreens, and it's happening right here. So let me show you. So this is my office. It's just a table in the kitchen. Here I have my computer right in front of me. This is the Excel sheet that I use to put in all the microgreens that we grow and to keep track of every little detail of all our microgreens. And besides that, I have everything handwritten here. This is my planning schedule for the microgreens that need to be grown. And this list fills as the day goes. And then here I have a list that I write down for all our customers. And then this is from all the cropping that I've done for a certain day. And then I keep all the little tickets that I made. And I put those in my system right here. So I have fields in this program where I fill in all this information. So all the tickets that I'm using are these ones. This is what I use for all the microgreens. So this is all the information I keep track of, and that's gets registered after they harvest it. It gets registered in the Excel sheet. Considering the fact it's still morning, I'm still sipping my morning coffee, as you can see. Mama. I got this a long time ago from one of my kids, and so that's what I do here in the morning. So that's the first thing, my coffee. I really love my coffee. Nobody's going to stop me from drinking coffee. That's the one thing that really keeps me going, especially in the morning. So now on to the next. So what's on schedule for today? Let me show you. So the first thing I'm going to start this morning, before I'm going to start planting microgreens, is get bread ready. This is the polish I made last night. It just sits for overnight for about 10 to 12 hours or something like that. And then it's ready to be added, all the other stuff in it. My scale, my kitchen. Nothing spectacular. It's an old house that we live in. So it's all good. I love this place. And yeah, so I'm going to start with my bread, and then I'm going to take you to the rest of my day. And as you can see, here's my little office. Nothing spectacular, but you know what? It works. It matters, right? It doesn't matter. I don't have to have a luxurious office to sit and do my work, because good is good, right? If it functions, it functions. So let's get on and go start it with the bread. So as I'm making the bread, so what has to be done is now is everything is mixed together, and all I have to do now is wait 1 or 2 times, 15 to 20 minutes. So you kind of have to fold the dough in 1 or 2 more times after it's mixed together, just to make sure that everything is blended really well. So in the meantime, I'm going to have another cup of coffee, and before I just head downstairs to start with the microgreens, because it makes it easier. After this is blended well, I can let it rest for at least 3 hours, so then I have some free time to go downstairs and continue with the microgreens and start seeding some new seeds. So stay tuned, and we'll go there in a minute. First time for coffee. So here I'm back with my hot coffee, because coffee needs to be drank when it's hot. There we go. So normally spoken, also in the morning when I don't bake bread, I also do a workout in the morning, which I think it's really important to stay in shape, to stay fit, and to get your energy going. This morning I decided to not do that because this is the first video that I kind of create for my day-to-day in life. So I decided to skip it for today because it's going to be too many things going on at the same time, and I'm going to be running around, and it's really hard to film all that. It's just me, myself, and I, so I have nobody to help me film my videos, which is fine. So for now, this will have to do. So each and every day is different. There's a whole bunch of things that come back the same every day, as you will see, because I'm going to be filming this as well. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy my coffee. I'm going to write some labels for the microgreens that I have to start sowing once I'm done here with the dough upstairs. And so I'm going to take you downstairs with me once I get there. So first I'm going to start writing these little notes, and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so now it's time to get back to the bread. So I'm going to fold it a few more times and see if it's good enough so we can go head downstairs and start with the microgreen seeds. So come with me. So it looks good. So I'm ready to go downstairs and show you what's going to happen in the microgreens room. First, before I go downstairs, I'm just going to open the window covers here. I think it's still closed. So let me get that going first. And there's puppy dog. There's my puppy dog. Hi, Hazel. Good morning, my girl. Good morning, my girl. Hi, sweetheart. So this is our puppy dog, Hazel. She's my sweetheart. I love you, my girl. Hi. Did you have a good sleep? Did you have a good sleep? She's ready for me to go downstairs so she can come with me. It's the same every morning. Oh, good girl. Other one. Oh, you're such a good girl. And here's my workout area. So I have my stuff here. So this is where I do my workout in the morning. The TV is there. This is where I plug everything in. I'm looking at this goofball at the same time while she's sleeping on the couch. She likes to walk between my legs. It's because I trained her that way. It's really funny. Okay, so let's go downstairs. It's a little bit dark when you come from here. Let's just walk into our grow room. Here we are. A beautiful place. A happy place. All the microgreens in germination here. There's some more in germination over here. And then we have a few more here. And I know that these particular ones here, they probably have to go into the light today. Maybe not right away, but I'll check that out. And here we have everything that's getting ready for next week. This is a yellow Swiss chard. Here we have some red Swiss chard. And here we have some peas. These peas are still blowing my mind every single time. I just have to check and make sure everything is fine. This all looks good too. So clearly here I have to start filling some water because I drank a lot overnight. Here are the peas. I'm going to have to water some more so the seed hulls will come off. We have some arugula, some broccoli. We have radish, red radish rainbow. And then here we have buckwheat. Beautiful buckwheat. I love the pink. It's just amazing, the color. And then on this side we have, this is also wasabi. And then here we have a combined beet, red and yellow. It's looking really pretty. Look how gorgeous. That's what I'm saying. You wake up in the morning and you wake up to this. It's just amazing. I love it. So these ones are for Tuesday. What is it? Tuesday, October. Sorry, I'm in October. I don't even know the date. And then here we have arugula. And not to miss, on the top here we have some purple basil. I'll show you. Beautiful purple basil. And then we have another one on this side here. Let me check. Another purple basil. These are gorgeous. Purple basils that I have up here. One is for October 9th. And one is for October 13th. And then we're going to have some Thai basils coming for the week after. So I kind of try to mix it up. So one time it's purple basil and one time it's Thai basil. So first what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to fill up some water. So give me a break here and then I'll be back in a second. Just filling up some water in my spray bottle because I have to spray some water on my sunflowers. I'll be back in just a sec. So I just filled up the water in here. And I'm going to be spraying some water on my sunflowers. So let me turn this camera. Let's see if I can show you. There we go. So I'm going to first pull up the lights. I can actually get them. And then all I have to do is spray water on them. This is the way. This is the way the seed hulls will eventually just pull right off. So I'm going to let this sit for a bit. And then we're going to come back to it. And then I'm going to rub the palm of my hand over top. And then slowly but surely all the seeds will fall off. There will always be one or two that are staying on. But once they start cropping, they will disappear. That's how I do with the sunflowers. So that's it for the sunflowers. Do I have to spray any more? The same thing here. Pulling up the light. And it's time to spray a little bit of water on them too, because they really like the water. Most other microgreens I don't do that for because they don't like it at all. But as the experience that I've had almost 2 years now, that's including me trying everything. I know that this is the way it works well. Garlic chive. I'm going to do the same thing. I'll just spray some water. And that's good. So, what I'm first going to be doing now, my dog, she's crazy and she wants to play. So, I'm going to go outside with my dog and I'm going to play with her for a couple of minutes. So, I don't know if you want to be part of that or not. Either way, that's what I'm going to be doing right now. Okay, Hazel, let's go. Let's go outside. Hey, where's your jacket? Where's your jacket? Okay, so let me set this one up here so you can see the dog. Hey, no barking. So this is part of the morning routine too, playing with my dog. She's the cutest. Hey, puppy. Come on. Come on, puppy. Thank you. You're such a good girl. There you go. Good girl. Thank you. Over here, pup. There she comes. Oh, thank you. Thank you, puppy. For hours. She's 6 years old. She's a chocolate Labrador. She's born in Agassiz on a farm. I'm really happy with her. She's the sweetest dog. Just the best demeanor. She's kind. I guess we don't have to see her when she does a poop because I don't think that's very interesting, even though we know it's part of life. Nevertheless, I don't need to film that. Okay? Okay, Hazel. You doing your little sniffles now? You doing your little sniffles? Yeah, it's nice to have a big yard like this. I really enjoy it. But our microgreens are inside. Hey, hi, sweetie. Thank you. You gonna go play some more? Okay. Hey, calm down. Oops. There we go. Hazel. Come, bring it over here. Good job. Good job. Thank you. Here, here. Come over here, puppy. Just sprayed the sunflower seeds. I'm just going to go and rub my hands over top of it and make sure that the hulls come off. And I keep repeating this. I do this in the morning and I do this at night, and I do that until all the sunflower hulls are off. Just by rubbing it like this, you just jump right off. And they're ready to come off, they will come right off. It's actually really nice. I like it. Beautiful. In here. I'm going to put this back in here. Looks pretty good. Okay, on to the next task. So that's the sunflowers. I'm going to look at my germination area. Put the lights back down. So now I'm going to check the germination area here. I'm going to look at the seeds, how far they've grown from here, and I'll show you. So stay here with me. I'm going to be showing you right on this table here what I'm doing. These microgreens, these were planted on September 30th. There's 3 days. This is wasabi. As you can see, they're ready to go into the light. And the same with this one underneath. Everything's all popping back up. It's so beautiful to see. I'm going to show you a little bit closer. Because if you look close, you can see them moving because I had the other tray on top of it. All popping back up because they want to go straight up, of course. If you look close, you can see them pop up. So pretty. It looks a little bit messy right now, but you know what? It's going to look great. I promise you. I just have water in the cocoa coir as I see them. I cover it with weight on it, and then all I do is keep it in the dark. And sometimes when I take off the stocking after 2 or 3 days, I just let it sit with a tray like this, upside down, and then it will grow. But I don't give them any water. This is all I do, and until they're ready to go into a system, that's when they get water. So I'm going to put it in right now, and see you in a sec. I'm going to move these ones over because this one is doing really well. I want to put the other wasabi in here. So I'm going to move this one over and I'm move the other one over to this one. It's a little bit less light here because it's the end of the light. Here. Put both of them in. So they are going to be ready on Friday, October 6th, which is next week. And this one's October 6th, it's October 9th. I don't know what I wrote down here. Something's off there. So this is for the 6th, and this is for October 9th. These are the beets, these are the Swiss chard, and they are covered with a layer of cocoa coir, and now they're starting to push through. So what I'm doing is I'm putting some pressure with the pump in the water. I'm going to put some pressure to push the cocoa coir down so they can come out a little bit easier. So that's all you're seeing me do here right now. Normally spoken, I don't water on the top with all the other microgreen varieties, except for with the Swiss chard. So that's what I'm doing. Show you a close-up of our buckwheat. So I just took off the weight, which we use a paver. You can see right here, this is a really heavy paver that we use, and we put that on top. And we use that to try and get the seed hulls off, but also to make it push even more down the roots, so the radicals go even more down into the mesh tray. So let me show you what it looks like. So I just took off the weight here, and as you can see, they all look kind of flat. But what I'm going to be doing now, instead of putting weight on it, I'm going to put the same tray, this one, and I'm going to put it on top like this, so they can push up and grow more. Before I do that, I'm going to spray some water to loosen up the seed hulls that are on here, because I think it's important to keep it wet so the seed hulls can come off. So now I'm going to leave them in here, covered under this tray until tomorrow morning, and then it's probably ready to go into our aeroponic system. So that's what I was doing right here. So I just wanted to show you, because from a distance it's very hard to see what's going on. So let me go back to the spot where we were and let me continue. So as you can see, I just put the Thai basil up here. So it's up on the top here in the back. And yeah, it's a good spot because they last long, because they have to sit there for about 30 days, sometimes 25 days, it depends. Depends how fast they grow, but because we want to make sure they stay in microgreen stage. So most of my purple basils and Thai basils go up on this line right here, because this is a really perfect spot instead of me having to move it around all the time. So let's continue on the other side. So here I'll be checking the microgreens on this area here and see what they look like, and use water on the peas that need to be watered twice a day, because the microgreen peas really love a lot of water. They are grown on a mesh tray with no cocoa coir or soil. You just throw the soaked seeds on the mesh tray and then cover it, put weight on it, and leave it sitting for 3-4 days. But twice a day we'll take off the weight, and then we put on spray water on it to make sure they're wet enough. So let's continue over here. Okay, look at these peas. They are at day 26, so about 7 days. You can see the roots. And I'm going to wait until they're a little bit taller. I wait until they kind of come out of the tray just for the pea, because for me, I have really good experience with the peas, and that's the way it works really well for us. It doesn't mean that it works the same for every microgreens farmer. So this is what we do. So again, I'm just going to spray water. to get these two ready to go into our system. So always what I do is when I take them out of the germination area, like over here or over there, I'm going to write down on this piece of paper when they came out of blackout. The blackout germination is kind of the term used for the two. On it, October 3rd. So then I can keep track. And then after, when I'm done with doing all this and I harvest them, I have all this information. I put it upstairs in my Excel sheet and I keep track of everything. And that's really important to make sure that you put everything in a sheet or on a piece of paper, whatever is working for you, to keep track of what you're doing and how microgreens are growing well, what you're doing differently now than last time. And so you can really have a log where you can look back at and subtract a lot of information that you need to build this business, because it's really important to take note of all these things. So let me continue and put these microgreens in the system. So as you can see, I just put in the broccoli, one here and one over there. And eventually I'm going to take this one out probably tonight, because it's getting really tall and it's actually ready. And why it's ready now and not on the day that it's supposed to be harvested, it is because when the temperatures were really warm, we had a big problem with the peas, because the peas didn't want to grow like they normally grow. So what we did is started planting them a couple of days earlier. Now it's getting cooler outside, and it makes a big difference for our peas, because we can see, as you can see there, it's only Saturday and they're supposed to be ready for Tuesday. So they're actually way faster than they're supposed to be, which is fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with these peas. If you have other microgreen varieties, it could be an issue, because then the taste and the flavor might change, because they are going past microgreen stage. With the pea microgreens, we don't have that issue, luckily for me, because otherwise I would have to do something else with it and crop it earlier, which would not be good, because I cannot keep it in the fridge for 3 days and then put it in a mix, because that would be really bad. So that's just a little information on how it works with the pea microgreens. So let's continue here. We only have to sow 3 trays of seeds, which is great, because tomorrow is going to be my day where I have to do about 12 or 13 again, which is a lot of work. So I'm just going to grab 3 of those trays. And I'm going to put the labels on. And here. And here. And one. I'm going to bring this to the other area where I'm going to be sowing the seeds. So I just finished sowing those seeds and I just put them in the germination. I'm going to go upstairs and go check on my bread and see how far along the bread is, because it's probably time almost to start shaping the bread and getting them ready. So I'll see you all in a bit. Oh, this is so good. Nice and crispy on the top. Love it. Number 2. Look at that. Yummy, yummy. Okay, so, and I also always put on the top, I put sesame seeds because I really love sesame seeds on my bread. Can you hear the little crispy that's happening in the bread? It's still expanding. It's really... Let me get that thing a little bit closer, maybe you can hear it. For me. So that's it for baking the bread. So this is the last part of this video. I just went down here and I'm just checking the last time here for the dehumidifier. If I need to empty it, and it's all good. I'm just going to go add a little bit more water into the tanks because the microgreens have been drinking a lot of water, so I'm going to add some more water in it. And yeah, then that's it. That's it for today. And so I'm going to wrap it up. And after this, when I'm done, I'm going to have a bite to eat and have a shower. And tomorrow is another big day. So I'll see if I'm going to be recording tomorrow, Sunday. I have a busy day tomorrow as well. Lots of seeds to sow. And then tomorrow afternoon I have a meeting with the farmer. So yeah, so thank you so much for watching. And if there's anything more you would like to see, because I didn't include absolutely everything, which is kind of hard because, like I said, it's just me by myself. I hope you enjoyed this day journey with me, and yeah, I would like to hear what you think about it. And if you have any questions about anything you've seen or anything that I've done, please feel free and let me know, and I would gladly answer any questions you have, whether you're a microgreens farmer or a client. Irregardless, it doesn't matter. I'm here for you, and I'm here to show you the real me. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Thank you for watching, and have an amazing rest of your day. Bye for now.